I wanna be Batman, cause everybody really ain't.
This is mjawwarrior here with mjawwarrior Reviews, and I'm bringing you guys another comic book review. Now, the comic book that I'm going to be doing today is, well, actually there's three of them. I'm going to be doing Batman and Robin number 3, Batman and Robin number 4, and Batman and Robin number 5. Now, I was very upset that I didn't get to do number 3 before, but I didn't really find that comic book to be very relevant. But I'm going to wind up doing it. I'm just going to breeze through that one because it wasn't really important. But before I get to the comic books, I really just want to say, remember that action figure review I did on the 2 Catwoman figures I did? Well, the Catwoman I got from Trinity, I was on Amazon.com today, and if you guys remember, I told you I think I bought it for, I think, $12 or maybe $8. I don't really sure, but it was definitely low like that. I went on Amazon.com. You can just imagine how much that goes for. It was $50. $50 for that action figure. I was just a little blown back. I was like, wow, I would never pay that much money for a freaking action figure. Unless it was one that was really sought after, like Azrael or something like that. But other than that, I was $50 for Catwoman. I mean, she's not even that good looking in that action figure. I mean, it's a good looking figure, don't get me wrong, but it's not worth $50. Come on, it's like worth $12. Anyway, let's get on to the review. Now, the first one is Batman and Robin number 3. Now, if you guys remember way back when I reviewed number 2, Robin was taken hostage by Pig and his clown people when he was trying to rescue that girl, Scarlet. Now, Scarlet was the girl who was ambushed in by Pig and his little henchmen doll people, which are these people. They came into the house, you know, took her dad, took her, put that doll mask on her dad, and he wound up dying. I remember how he died because that was such a long ago and I read that, but wound up dying, and she was one of the normal people. She sort of like enveloped a way to fight the mask's powers. In a way, she was sort of herself still, but she's a little kooky now. Now that Robin and her are kept hostage by Pig, the Pig guy is really weird. He starts dancing around a little weird and naked and doing a little stripper dance in front of Robin. Robin winds up getting out of the chair and kicking his ass a little bit. Dick Grayson comes out of nowhere, starts kicking some ass, taking some names. Scarlet and Robin and whatever get out of there. Later on, Pig gets arrested. Now, Pig isn't the main guy now. Of course he wouldn't be. Why would they put the main guy this early in the comic book series? Pig is sort of like the lower end of the people, along with that guy Toad and the rest of those other rogue assholes. Now, a domino piece is arrested over there, and Dick Grayson's trying to figure out what the whole domino piece is on, you know, the whole meaning of that is, because I'm trying to figure out what the hell the domino pieces means either, because fucking Grant Morrison is always mind-fucking people with these comic books, especially when he's in the storyline. But that was number 3. That was basically the end. Oh, and the ending of this, wait for this, friggin' Scarlet, she winds up being at the hospital with her dad. Okay, he's not dead yet, but she winds up strangling him to death with the pillow, well, smothering him with the pillow, and he winds up dying. And the security guards find her smothering her dad, and I don't know why she did it, but I think she just did it because she felt bad because he was kept mind-controlled by the mask and he wasn't really himself, so I think she did it out of pity. And the 2 guards try to stop her, but they wind up getting shot. And guess who shot them? I'll give you a second. Jason Todd's back. Yeah, motherfuckers. He's back as the Red Hood. Now, the Red... everyone knows the whole history about the Red Hood, so I'm not going to get into that. But he's the Red Hood now, and he winds up recruiting Scarlet. Which brings us to number 4. Red Hood and Scarlet are doing their own justice, and it is crazy as hell. Now, you know if Red Hood is behind it, you know somebody's dying, there's a trail of blood on the streets, there is Armageddon everywhere. Yeah, so him and Scarlet are winding up killing a lot of the bad people. Now, they're not really the main characters, but they're sort of like involved with the main characters. There was one scene in here where Batman and Robin were chasing down this one crook named, I think Firefly. No, not Firefly, Lightning Bug, or something like that. Something weird. And he was dressed up like a lightning bud, and he's doing his thing. Batman and Robin wind up losing his trail. But then Scarlet and the Red Hood wind up popping out of nowhere, shooting the shit out of this guy through a window, And I think he winds up being dead. If not, they subliminally said that he was dead. And they wind up doing their whole justice. They start hitting the media. People are getting attention of the Red Hood and Scarlet being the new vigilante group, but they're sort of let the justice meet the crime. You know what I mean? Like match it up, wind up killing people. That's that one. This one, all right, number 5, Batman and Robin. Now, Batman and Robin wind up finding out that Red Hood and Scarlet are Jason Todd and that other girl that Robin tried to save. Scarlet has a thing against Robin because she said you were supposed to save me, you didn't save me, you weren't good enough. And Jason Todd and Batman, Dick Grayson, have their own little squirrel since the end of Battle of the Cowl, and he's talking about how he's not good enough to be a Batman. He's telling him, you know, you need to really eradicate all of this, you know, crime and slush and all this fucking trash in the alleyways. You really need to get rid of all these, you know, trash bags. Well, Batman and Robin start fighting against this, and the way they start doing this is there was one scene in here where Batman and Robin were scoping out Penguin and a whole bunch of these other rogue guys. They were kind of lower class people, but Scarlet and Red Hood wind up busting into the place and start killing everybody at the table. They wind up killing everybody. Everybody gets shot up, plugged with bullets, except for Penguin. He starts getting away. I think he got punched in the face, but that's all that happened. But when Red Hood was going after him, Robin and Batman jump in the scene. They're like, look, this isn't the way you do things around here. This is Gotham City. This is my city. And, you know, they're confronting each other on how it's supposed to be done. And the media is basically taking it as Batman and Robin are protecting the bad guys and that Scarlet and Red Hood are basically the new Justice Leaders. And Commissioner Gordon notices that this is all bullshit. I mean, it's getting really out of hand. And the one guy that was actually in that meeting, he winds up surviving also. Like, he got half his face, like, blown off with a bullet in his mouth or something like that. And they will wind up trying to finish off the job. And Batman and Rob wind up saving it again. I mean, it's just a lot of action-packed, especially with Jason Todd. It's getting to be really good. I don't want to give you all the goodies in all these comic books. I left out a lot of stuff for you. But, I mean, if you really want to jump in and you're really a Jason Todd fan, definitely start picking up these comic books, because he's actually in it now and he's doing a lot of shit. And him and Scarlet have their own little tension going on with each other. He sees her as a beautiful person, even with the mask on. He says that the mask doesn't really take away from her. And he starts talking about how he's going bald now and how he's getting a lot of acne because he's underneath the mask. And he's also going bald because when he was Robin, Bruce Wayne made him dye his hair brown to match up with Dick Grayson, so it doesn't look like it's two different Robins, that it's the same kid. And this is the thing that Bruce Wayne wanted to do. He wanted to make it seem like it was always the same Robin, it's always the same Batman, nothing's changing, so that everyone knows that it's the same dude. It's not different people moving on. And he starts talking about how he got that white streak in his hair, and the reason why he got it is because of exiting the Lazarus pit after he was dead. He got that white streak and it never went away. Yeah, that's a mouthful. So that's what's happening in these right now. That's the storyline. So far, it's Jason Todd, Scarlet, Dick Grayson, and Damian all at each other. Batman, Robin, Red Hood, and Scarlet. Yeah, so it's starting to get really good. It's starting to get really, really good. I had a lot of hopes towards this comic strip, and it hasn't really disappointed me yet. Number 3 was sort of slow, but 4 and 5 really brought up the speed with the whole slaughtering of criminals and, you know, Batman and Robin doing their thing and protecting them away from these psychotic psychopaths such as Jason Todd and Scarlet. I like the whole duo thing. And I'm really digging Damian as Robin. I just don't understand why people don't like Damian. I like Damian. He just brings a whole bunch of he brings a lot of difference to Robin. I mean, I really like it. First off, Batman was always the serious one, and then, you know, Robin was the jokester, but now, you know, since Dick Grayson was always the jokester, he's sort of like the calm and collected one, and you got Damian as the hard and, you know, just like his dad, you know, just really mean. Well, not mean, but serious. And he's also mean, too, because he's a little bastard. So, that was MJawwarrior Reviews. Catch you guys later.